In Red Dead Online's short lifespan, the Naturalist update has been considered one of the worst updates released in the game. But honestly, was it really that bad? In the summer of 2020, due to real-world events, Rockstar had its hands tied with developing a large update for either Red Dead Online and Grand Theft Auto Online. At this point in Red Dead Online's lifespan, many players were eager for an Outlaw update and being able to purchase homesteads, pull off heists, but instead we got the Naturalist role. And this preconceived bias to the announcement of the Naturalist role turned a lot of players off, since it wasn't something most players asked for. However, many Red Dead Online players wanted legendary animals in online, just like in single player, so making the Naturalist role made it a good spin instead of just releasing legendary animals without any elaboration. The Naturalist role starts off with meeting two new characters to the DLC, that being Harriet and Gus. Harriet is an environmentalist who wants to preserve and protect wildlife, while Gus is a complete 180. He's a retired hunter, he's now a trapper. The cutscene plays and then ends with Harriet asking you to pay 25 gold bars for the Naturalist kit. And then she sprays you with a special perfume that causes you to hallucinate and you pass out, spawn in the forest. As a Naturalist, you're tasked to sample the blood of animals using sedative rounds, which helps fill out the animal field guide for Harriet, sort of like filling out your Pokédex in Pokemon. This slow-paced gameplay came with criticism, of course, but what I find funny is how come the trader role and the collector role get a pass, but the Naturalist role doesn't. The trader role, you kill and skin animals and bring them to your camp for crypts to break down and sell later. The collector role is even more dull and mundane than the trader role, that being you just have to buy collector maps and find the collectibles all over the map, and then you sell them to Madame Nazar once you collect enough. But unlike those two roles, the Naturalist can be exciting, with the legendary animal sighting missions where you can track down, either kill and skin or sample legendary animals. And a lot of these missions are quite fun, like the Golden Spirit Bear mission where you track down the Golden Spirit Bear and you kill a bunch of poachers and you have the option to sedate the Golden Spirit Bear or kill it. And you do get a bit of a challenge and adrenaline rush when doing these missions, considering that free aim is on, so you can't lock on to legendary animal and insta-kill it. What a lot of players don't like, myself included, is that Harriet will penalize you for killing animals, which for the most part makes sense since she is an environmentalist, but she will penalize you even if you kill animals in self-defense. For example, here's this footage of me being chased by this big-ass grizzly bear, and I killed it. Obviously, I wasn't gonna let it kill me, and Harriet got angry because of that, and when I went to her shop, she sprayed me perfume and refused to do business for me for about 5 minutes. Even if my horse were to accidentally run over a squirrel, I'd still get penalized by Harriet, and she'll get mad because of that. And I feel like this one flaw of the Naturalist update turns a lot of players off to the update entirely. But the Naturalist update has so much more to offer than just sampling animals and getting sprayed in the face by Harriet. The Naturalist update, of course, added legendary animals. You can encounter these legendary animals in sighting missions or in free roam, and once you kill them, you can take the skin of the legendary animals to Gus, who will convert it into garment sets. The Naturalist update also added the Wilderness Camp, which was a feature from single player. This feature allows you to set up a camp anywhere you want to. It's going to be a small camp though. You can set up the small camp anywhere and you can craft items, you can cook food, you can even fast travel, although you do have to pay money for this. But again, I'd rather pay money to fast travel from anywhere than not be able to fast travel at all, so it's not really that much of a big deal. And the Naturalist role added new horses, that being the Gypsy Cobbler. You unlock when you rank up to the Naturalist role rank 20. The Naturalist role also added 2 weapons, which are kind of insignificant, but I'm going to go over them anyways. The 2 weapons they added were the improved bow and the elephant rifle. The elephant rifle has huge recoil when used, but has heavy damage, but don't use this when hunting. It was only intended to be used to kill legendary animals. And the improved bow is self-explanatory. It's an improved version of the old bow that came out with the game. The Naturalist update also brought the advanced camera, which is a handheld camera, where the normal camera that came with the game is a tripod style camera. You can't move it around or anything. But the advanced camera, you can walk around with it. There's more filters to it. And many players in the community have taken this fantastic in-game pictures with this camera. So I would say it's worth buying if you're into like taking photographs in-game. And it also helps you rank up for the Naturalist role by taking pictures of animals. Although it's not part of the Naturalist role, it is part of the Naturalist update, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over it. That being Outlaw Pass 3, the new Outlaw Pass that came out with this update back in 2020. Outlaw Pass 3 costs 40 gold bars, but once you finish ranking up in the Outlaw Pass, you were reimbursed all the gold that you spent. And like the other Outlaw Passes, it came with exclusive cosmetics like camp flags, weapons, skins, hairstyles, horse hairstyles, and other cosmetic stuff like that. But the big selling point is that you can unlock Bill's and Javier's outfits from story mode. And I just thought I'd mention this Outlaw Pass since it came with the DLC. Of course, you don't have to like the Naturalist role. Everybody has their own opinions on things, but I don't think the Naturalist role or the update in general was actually inherently bad. I just believe that they came out in a time where players wanted content centered around being an outlaw, and we got this instead, and it turned a lot of players off. But I don't believe this is the worst update. That's a whole other video, what I believe the worst update is. And I don't even think this is actually the worst role in Red Dead Online, to be honest. I think all the roles serve their own purposes. I don't think there is a bad role in Red Dead Online, but the Naturalist role is pretty fun. That's pretty much my entire thought about this. I've just been seeing in the community that people always say the Naturalist role is the worst role and it's also the worst update, when that's simply just not the case. And I just want to say my piece about it, what I think about it. If you guys did go on and enjoy the video, like and a comment will be appreciated. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, with all that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.